Well, we are here, but the Broncos are there. For the first time since 2020, Boise State is in paradise, ready to play a football game. The Broncos traveled out to Hawaii on Thursday, a little earlier than normal for a conference road game. Braxton Feely is going to be excited for this one. Tons of family and friends will be in attendance for this ball game. And something I learned earlier this week, they take a much larger plane to Hawaii to fit all the gear that they need for the game. No big rig to travel, over with Boise State's equipment for game day. Welcome on into Bronco Roundup Game Day, an early edition, 12 hours before kickoff. Boise State and Hawaii won't get after it until 9 p.m. tonight. I'm Jay Tuss. He's Brady Frederick. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning. Happy game day to you. I still think we should have filled the studio up with sand and made it a beach party, but apparently other people use this set as well. So
yeah.
I get why that didn't end up happening, but I'm excited, man.
Yeah, I am too. Boise State 1-0 in Mountain West Conference play. They got off to a great start last week against Utah State, and they feel like there's some serious momentum around this team right now, up to 17th in the country in the AP Top 25.
And an opportunity to climb. I mean, Utah lost last night, and Boise State looks red hot, getting all the attention. We're going to talk about Ashton Jeanty and his Heisman campaign coming up in just a moment. And a lot of exciting things happening in Bronco Nation.
But first, let's start to get to this matchup. We look at the tail of the tape. Hawaii enters this one at 2-3 on the year. Boise State, the superior record. And a tale of two different teams, really. Boise State dominant on offense, first in the country in points per game, third in the country with 537.6 yards gained per game. On defense, that's where Hawaii holds the upper hand, only allowing 19 points per game and just over 300 yards of offense per game. I will say this, the Rainbow Warriors haven't necessarily played the stiffest of competition. Either way, though, this might be one of the more difficult defenses that Boise State faces this season. So with the long travel, as I mentioned, head coach Spencer Danielson told us that Boise State isn't necessarily changing practice time or the length of practice this week, but they are kind of changing the location. The Broncos left a day early for a conference road game, and that means they had to practice on Friday out on the island. Danielson was there with his sweatsuit getup, the black hoodie, the black pants. Ben Dooley and Ahmed Hassanin look a little more comfortable. But either way, Danielson says the guys are also going to have a little extra time on the island to have a little fun this week.
The flight, the travel, the distractions, you're going to a place with the beach and a lot of stuff going on. Like it's a hard place to play and win. I mean, their record at home is really good for a reason. This is a huge challenge and they're well coached. They're playing at a high level. We have to be ready for that. Part of that is in between the lines, but part of that also is all the stuff we're talking about, the distractions, the travel, all the other things that we got to battle as well, which is a part of this opponent. I'm excited for our players to experience it. This is the beautiful part about college football, is being able to do this as a family, have these experiences in the hotel, our guys being able to see the beach. These are the moments that our young men are going to remember years from now when football is over for them, and the connections they have with their teammates on these travel trips means a ton to them, and it means a lot to me.
I'm excited, because I had an offer from Hawaii when I was in high school. My mom and parents, they wanted me to take the trip so, we could go see Hawaii. And then my freshman year, I didn't get to go because of COVID, so I'm definitely looking forward to the trip. Definitely after we get our work in and we do the things that we need to do there, it's definitely going to be good for us to just, relax and just enjoy the scenery and everything like that, but all while staying focused on the mission.
I tell them, like, big boy hours around here. But these are what I expect when we do this and the time you're going to be back and how you handle it. That's the college football experience, too. When they go places like this, a lot of our players have never been to Hawaii before. I want them to experience it. It's a phenomenal place, but we are there on a business trip.
Boise State opened up the season in Georgia this year, but that actually isn't their farthest trip of the season. Boise, Idaho to Statesboro, Georgia is roughly 2,050 miles and change. This weekend, the guys will cover 2,835 miles, which means about another 90 minutes in the air. After this trip, the farthest the Broncos will have to travel the rest of the regular season is Laramie, Wyoming, which is under 600 miles to the southeast of Boise. So it gets a little easier when it comes to travel after this one. You ever been to Hawaii?
I have. It's beautiful. I would say actually a little better weather than Laramie, especially just a little bit. They got this slight edge.
Yeah, slight edge there. Went to Kauai a few years ago. All about it. Island time, amazing time.
It is incredible. Cheeseburgers a little too expensive. They don't have cows on the island. That's the only flaw.
Just about everything's a little too expensive in Hawaii.